Hello, my dear students. We are studying labor law first paper, which is for BA LLB and BB LLB program. And today we'll cover the industrial dispute settlement machinery, which is given in unit number 3 of this labor law first paper under Industrial Dispute Act 1947. And this is video lecture number 21. So before we go for the industrial dispute settlement machinery, I would like to throw some light that what are the causes of industrial disputes in the industry. So the causes of industrial disputes are many and varied. The major ones related to the wages, union rivalries, political interferences, unfair labor practices, multiplicity of labor laws, economic slowdown, and there are certain other causes. There are industrial disputes which are related to the wages, because at times it happens that the employer is just not making the payments of the wages to the workmen or the employees on time, or making the payment on time but paying the lesser wage amount, which is not acceptable to the employees. So the industrial dispute may be related to this. Or industrial dispute may be related to the union rivalries as well. Sometimes there are political interferences by the outside parties, by the outside unions, that may be the cause of industrial disputes. Sometimes there are unfair labor practices, which it may be from the employer side or it may be from employee side as well. So the industrial dispute may be related to that also. And sometimes the industrial disputes are related to the multiplicity of labor laws. Economic slowdown is again, the one major reason for the industrial dispute. Now, the question arises, once there is an industrial dispute, how we can resolve those disputes? What is the mechanism? What is the machinery we do have for the settlement of those disputes? So, so far the machinery for handling the industrial disputes are concerned, we can divide it into two broad categories. One is the preventive machinery, to which we can call the voluntary or the non-statutory machinery. While other one is the settlement machinery, which we are going to discuss today. That is the statutory machinery. So broadly speaking, the machinery for handling the industrial relations or the industrial disputes, we can divide into two parts. One is the preventive machinery, which we call the voluntary or non-statutory, and other one is the settlement or the statutory. If we talk about the preventive machinery or the voluntary or the non-statutory machinery, we can further classify it into certain other parts, like workers' participation in management. Through workers' participation in management, we can just take care of those differences of opinion or the industrial disputes. Through collective bargaining. Then the other one is the grievance procedure. Most of the organizations, companies nowadays, they are having these grievance procedures available in the industry. They have the hierarchy where you can just report your grievances. Tripartite bodies, code of discipline, and one very important is the standing orders. So through standing orders also, we can just have a check on this. And So far the settlement machinery is concerned, the number one is the conciliation machine. The number one is the conciliation machine. And other one is the court of inquiry. Then the voluntary arbitration and the adjudication. Sometimes we can use the consultative machinery also for the settlement of these disputes. And so far the adjudication is concerned, under adjudication machinery we have the labor courts, we have the industrial tribunals, we have the national tribunals. And so far the conciliation machinery is concerned, we have the conciliation officers and we have the conciliation boards as well. The machinery for the settlement of industrial disputes has been provided under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. And as I told you, this machinery comprises the conciliation machinery, the court of inquiry, the voluntary machine, voluntary arbitration, and the adjudication. So with the help of these settlement machineries, we can just resolve the issues. So this is a classification that how we can resolve the industrial disputes, or what is the settlement machinery available or given under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. My dear students, as I told you that there is a preventive machinery also. So we try to resolve most of the issues through these machineries. For this, we can take help of the workers' participation in management. We can take help of the collective bargaining process. We can take help of the grievance procedure. Tripartite bodies are there. We can just sit and then we can resolve the issues through code of disciplines and the SAT rules regulations we are having in the establishment we call the standing orders. In the light of those standing orders, we can try to resolve the industrial disputes. And under settlement machinery, we have the conciliation machinery available. Under this head, the conciliation machinery, we have the conciliation officers under section 4, and we have the boards of conciliation also under section 5. Then under section 6, we have the court of inquiry also. And under section 7, we have the adjudication machinery, under which under section 7 we have the labor courts, and under section 7A we have the industrial tribunals, and under section 7B we have the national tribunals. So this is the framework which helps us to resolve the industrial disputes in the form of conciliation machinery, arbitration, adjudication, and at times we have the consultative machinery also to resolve the issues. And the ultimate remedy for the settlement of an industrial dispute is its reference to adjudication by labor court or tribunals when conciliation machinery fails to bring about a settlement. Adjudication consists of settling disputes through intervention by the third party appointed by the government. So once the conciliation machinery fails to bring about the settlement, then adjudication consists of settling dispute through intervention by the third party and appointed by the government. So in this way, we can resolve the industrial disputes in the organization. And most of the industries, they prefer the consultative machinery or the conciliation machinery or the other preventive measures they take to resolve the issue. Once they feel helpless and they are just not able to resolve the issues with the help of these preventive machineries, maybe the collective bargaining or the workers' participation in management, maybe the grievance procedure. Because see, nowadays every organization is having the model grievance procedures, and with the help, follow the model grievance procedures, and they have their grievance handling procedures. And with the help of these grievance handling procedures, they try to resolve the most of the industrial disputes. And of course, the code of discipline and standing orders also contribute to help to resolve those industrial disputes or industrial uh, unrest state kind of things. So, and when we talk about the settlement machinery, I have already discussed with you that we have the the court of inquiry, we have the conciliation machinery, court of inquiry, voluntary arbitration, adjudication, and then further classifications under conciliation. We have the conciliation officer, conciliation boards, and under adjudication we have the labor courts under section 7, and then industrial tribunals under section 7A, and national tribunals given under section 7B. So in this way, with the help of these preventive machinery available to resolve the industrial issues, or the settlement machinery, we call that the statutory machinery available to resolve the industrial disputes, we try to resolve the most of the industrial disputes. And this is the machinery which is available under the Industrial Dispute Act 1947. So my dear students, I believe this today's lecture will just give you the glimpse that how we resolve the industrial disputes. And in our next lecture, we'll just talk about the conciliation machinery, how this conciliation machinery works, how we try to resolve the industrial issues, industrial disputes with the help of this conciliation machinery. I believe this today's lecture will help you, and you have definitely learned about the industrial dispute settlement machinery today. Thank you so much, my dear students. Take care. Bye.